More Texas Business Radio
with Matt Register and Jay Curry.
Welcome back to the show, Texas Business Radio. TexasBusinessRadio.com is the website. 844-814-8144 is our 24-hour call-in line. Go ahead and get your calls in. We're going to get the experts in here to get those questions answered. I'm your host, Matt Register. Jay Curry's normally sitting over there in the co-host chair. He ditched us. He's going to join us here in a little bit. But in the meantime, we're talking about building homes. The construction industry in Texas is a huge part of the Texas economy. And we got some folks in here that are going to tell us all about it. Kurk Homes, a wonderful custom home builder here in Texas, in the Houston area specifically. They do some in the Hill Country as well, and they'll go just about anywhere you want and build you a house. Chris McGinley, Melanie Sparks are here from Kurk Homes. Welcome to the show, guys.
Thank you very much for having us.
So, Kurk Homes, what do you do? Who do you do it to? Talk to me a little bit.
Sure. Well, we design and build customers' dreams from Greater Houston to the Texas Hill Country.
Right.
Been in business 30 years.
30 years. Okay. Yeah. You have not been in business 30 years.
No, I have not, but the family business has.
Okay, wonderful.
So our maternal grandfather and father started the company.
Okay.
Back in the late 80s and started designing homes and Melanie
Next thing you know, 30 years later, you've become quite dangerous at it and build hundreds of homes, huh?
Absolutely.
Thousands of homes.
Absolutely. It's great.
So the design and build process is different than a builder that goes out and buys lots, build houses, and then tries to find somebody to buy them, right? This is a very different process from that. So walk me through that process.
Sure. So in short, we're capturing our client's vision. So we have in-house architectural designers.
Okay.
And we're going to take down copious notes, pictures. We really want to capture that vision from the floor plan, how the home lives, to the elevations, the curb appeal.
Right.
With custom home building, all four sides get to look good, not just the front.
Right. Yeah, I got you. No, I got you. So somebody who is considering building a house, and I mean, I know my wife has 80 pages of things she's cut out of magazines and stuff. You guys are the folks to open all that up and figure it out, and you're going to end up designing and then turning around and building that dream, that home that has everything that they've considered in it, right?
That's correct. It really comes down to making sure we're maximizing what the customer wants and being able to educate the client on, okay, when the idea is fantastic, but also having the knowledge on construction to make that dream come into reality.
Right. So we were just talking during the break about windows. So yes, you like these windows, but here's what those windows mean.
Sure.
Those windows are $80,000 addition to your house. Do you really love those windows that much? And the answer might be no, not that much, right?
That's correct. Educating the client on certain design elements that may cost more, may not cost as much. You have the Polo Ralph Lauren and you have the Chaps Ralph Lauren. Same guys building the shirts, right?
Right.
I don't know that reference.
Oh, you don't know that reference? Oh, well, I do.
I'm not sure I do, but I don't end up buying any of my shirts anyway. They just kind of show up in my closet. But
perhaps we can say we design towards the budget of our client.
Yeah.
Depending on what that is, they might want to spend more on certain elements of their house. Our design questionnaire is very helpful on lining out exactly what our client wants, and then we also know kind of what to expect in that design.
Sure.
Whether we need to tell them, hey, well, this is going to cost this much. Are you prepared to spend that much on this design element of your home? Sure.
And they may be, right? Or they may decide to do something a little different to spend their money elsewhere, right?
Exactly.
Now, you guys are not in the lot business. Again, we talked during the break, and I found this interesting because I've talked to a lot of builders, and quite often on the financing side of their business, being in the lot business and locking up lots is a big deal. You guys aren't in that business, right? This is your customers find where they want to build separately, correct, and come to you, and then you put their dream home on their lot, correct?
That is correct. We work with a lot of great agents if our clients don't have land, but most of our clients have had their property for at least a year.
Okay.
And interviewed several builders before they've come to us, and that's part of it.
So talk to me a little bit about the design itself, because over the 30 years you guys have been doing this, I would imagine that the designs have changed over the last 30 years. What are you seeing now that you didn't see 10 years ago as far as how people live? Are you seeing changes in, multi-generational stuff, or what is it exactly you're seeing?
Absolutely. A lot of people are thinking of that universal design element of their home. And Chris can actually talk more about that as being part of the 50 plus community of GHBA, where the clients are wanting to basically age in place.
Okay, so they're designing a house knowing that they may need additional care, additional handicap access,
Correct.
additional other things later on down the road.
And the goal is to prepare the house for that. We don't need it to have the home look like we're going into the VA hospital.
Okay,
right?
gotcha.
But behind the walls, having the structure prepared for grab bars, having the doors a little bit wider for the possible future need of a walker or a chair.
Interesting. Okay.
And so during that design phase, if that's interesting for our clients, because most of our clients are designing their legacy home, right? They've worked really hard.
Sure.
This may be the last home, but most of our clients, it's their dream home, and it doesn't have to be expensive, right?
Sure.
These design elements don't really cost anything. It's just a matter of thinking ahead, thinking 10 years down the road, 20 years down the road, because our homes with that warranty, the home's going to last.
Sure.
The goal is to use the home later.
And I tell you what, having built a house, everything's cheap whenever you're built. I mean, there's a lot of things that could be put in very inexpensively if you think it through on the front end, right?
Sure.
They become very expensive if you try to put them in, after the fact, right?
Right. And just thinking about things of like continuous flooring. So there's not transitions between the flooring, things that could cause just a little bit of a trip. Raising the countertops or adding more lighting.
Okay.
Just more convenient aspects that don't really cost a whole lot that you can do at the front end of construction.
Sure.
There's another trend that we see of building casitas, or mother-in-law suites is what we call them.
Oh, okay.
Onto existing homes, whether in the garage or an outbuilding in the backyard, a little what we call granny pod, things that
Yeah, a little one bedroom, one bath, little kitchenette kind of thing.
that can be used in multiple purposes until that building is needed for an aging family member. You can use it as a pool building or a home office or an exercise room.
Boomerang generation.
Boomerang, yeah, that's exactly what I was thinking, right? How many of these families have kids that are returning?
Yeah.
So interesting stuff. So, but you guys have been doing this for 30 years. So talk to me a little bit about some of that transition, because it transitioned, your grandfather and father started the business, and then it transitioned to essentially the third generation, right? Which is you guys, which is our sister and brother, right?
Correct.
So talk to me a little bit about when that transition happened.
So in 2007, that's when we expanded into the Hill Country. It's when I joined the family business after a great experience at another builder in Houston, and it was time to join the family business. We were growing, and we expanded out into the Texas Hill Country. New Braunfels is where our office is currently at.
Nice.
And servicing that market's fantastic, because a lot of Houston plays out there.
That's
Absolutely.
exactly right, huh?
And so whether it's a second home or future primary residence, the retirement home, so it's a great model. So clients from Houston can meet with us here,
Sure.
or we can meet in the Hill Country as well while we design and build their home. So
Interesting. So what are the areas you're predominantly focused on? Because you're predominantly a Houston area and surrounding area company, right?
that is correct. Yeah, the company was founded in northern Harris and southern Montgomery County, and slowly moved to all quadrants. So our suppliers, our tradesmen, craftsmen, they come from all different parts of greater Houston, and same thing with the Texas Hill Country market. We travel. Being a build on your land builder,
Sure.
that's part of
Sometimes
the-
your land isn't that right next door, right?
That's right. But you're expecting the same consistency and quality. And that's what, Melanie and I's goal is, to make sure that when a client comes to us, we're capturing that vision, and they understand that we really do care about their house and the quality of their construction.
Well, fascinating. Beautiful homes. Absolutely beautiful. And I want one. So, anyway, we're talking to Chris and Chris McGinley, Melanie Sparks, Kurk Homes. Easiest way for somebody to reach you guys if they want to learn more.
So our website is extremely informative, kurkhomes.com. That's Kurk, homes.com.
KurkHomes.com. We're going to have that linked right from TexasBusinessRadio.com if you're driving and can't take notes. We're going to take a quick break and be back right on the other side of the break with a whole lot more Texas Business Radio. Don't go anywhere.
There's much more where that came from.
At TexasBusinessRadio.com.
25 years ago, we founded Amity Bank with very modest beginnings.
We even assembled our furniture right out of the box.
Our goals were simple: hire the best bankers and give Texas businesses
And their families.
the kind of banking relationship they deserve.
Today, Amity Bank is 2,000 bankers strong.
With $14 billion in assets.
And that's great because I don't have to put furniture together anymore.
Amity Bank of Texas.
PA Bank,